Hello and welcome to the Woolen Homestead. This is a knitting, spinning, hand dyeing yarn, and pretty much anything else yarn related video podcast. My name is Tiffany and I'm coming to you from Midland, Michigan. You can find me on social media as the Woolen Homestead, as well as my Etsy shop at thewoolenhomestead.etsy.com. You can also find all of those links below in the description box. Thank you so much for coming back, guys, and I'm doing pretty good on the whole weekly thing, so that's kind of making me happy. And yeah, I've got a finished object this week, which I'm really excited about again. After this, I don't know how often I will be having finished objects again. I got some bigger projects left. But yeah, so I will start out with that. I have the little dog sweater that I was making from one of my coworkers, and I have Boo the Pomeranian here to model it for you guys. Oh my god, this is cracking me up. So I did this on him last night. I put this on him and I sent it to my coworker and I was just like dying over this. So it's got a little hoodie, which is too dang cute. And yeah, he's like a Chihuahua Yorkie mix, and so he's a little bit longer and he's got a big old belly, so this should fit his little belly just fine. And yeah, I am so happy with how this came out. The pattern is the Bernat hoodie coat, and it is free. It calls for a Aran weight, and I used fingering weight held double, so it was more like a DK weight. And we'll see how this fits him once I tried it on a mid knit and it fit pretty good, so I think we're gonna be okay. But trying to modify the pattern this much was a little bit difficult for me. So I hope it fits him. I hope that I did an okay job. Lengthwise, I think it's going to be fine because she gave me a sweater to compare it to that fits him really well. But yeah, I'm just really curious about how this is going to fit him. But this is, and the yarn I use, this is my hand-dyed yarn. This is Melisandre. And yeah, I just held it double so there wasn't any pooling. And it's just, I really, really like how this came out. I just think really, this reminds me of like a fall color, actually. I was talking to my husband about this, and it really puts me in mind to like crunchy leaves and things like that. So it got me in the fall mood. So yeah, that's my it still cracks me up. It's my little doggy hoodie. And I used size 6 needles for that, and like I said, I just held the yarn double. And I played a little bit of yarn chicken, and this is how much I had left of 100 gram skeins. So it's pretty close, but definitely had enough. And I also did this the little button trick. I just put a button on the 2 strands. So I wound it up into a cake, and then I pulled both ends out from the outside and then the inside, and then I just strung them through this little button, and it kind of helped keep them from tangling too bad. That was a trick that you can also do with a pair of like 2 at a time socks. I remember hearing that on the Legacy Fiber Arts podcast. I really like that. So that's what I did for that. So that was it for finished objects. And then works in progress. I've got a pair of socks that I'm working on for Ethan in my Little Bobbins sock project bag. And these are a little bit further than the last time because I didn't show you guys these last week. I showed you the week before. And this is out of like a one-of-a-kind skein that I dyed. And let's see here. Oh yeah, I'm dealing with a knot right now. Yeah, I'm having a heck of a time getting that out, so I might just have to cut it. But okay, so here is where I'm at. And the Progress Keeper is actually where I was at last time. And I gotta show you guys this. For all my Michigan viewers, this cute little Michigan Progress Keeper was sent to me by Linda. She got it from Bohemian Findings on Etsy. And then she had, I think she had to get the lobster clasp separate, but that's where the charm is from. And she sent me those. So thank you, Linda, if you're watching. And, but yeah, I worked on this. This is what I took to the Michigan Fiber Festival with me, just so I had something in case. Oh, I lost some stitches. But just so I had something in case, you know, we had some downtime, and which we did have a little bit. Like when we were standing in line, waiting to get our food, I was knitting on these. But okay, well, they're picked up enough. They're not picked up prettily, but they're picked up. So yeah, heel is all turned, and these are 72 stitches with a 2x2 rib and the modified eye partridge heel, and I totally just dropped another stitch. So I'm gonna put these down before I lose any more. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so those are, oh, and those are on US 1 ChiaoGoo 9-inch circulating needles, which I love for a vanilla sock. I love them. They're absolutely my favorite. Okay, next is my Lucinda sweater, which I did not get to show this last week either. So this is, which this is not a very good picture of it. So I will probably put it in a picture like I usually do. But this is the Lucinda sweater by Carrie Bostic Hogue. And I'm making slow progress on this, but progress nonetheless, so very happy. So there's my little charm from last time, and that is really blown out. And that's my little owl guy from Sugar Tots. And I don't know why that's so blown out. Probably because there's a window right here, but that would make a lot of sense. But I don't know why it does that. And yeah, so that's, I mean, that's all the progress that I've made from this last time I showed you guys. So not a ton at all, but I am very, very, oh, here we go. That's much better as far as the color goes. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with how that's going along. And this is done in reverse stockinette. So you knit it in stockinette, but then after, like, I haven't read ahead in the pattern, so, but at some point you will flip this inside out, and this is going to be the right side, which I still think is pretty darn cool. So yeah, and this is yarn that I dyed. This is on a DK base, which I do not carry a DK base as of yet. I'm still working on that. But this is just some Knit Picks yarn that I got because I wanted to knit a DK sweater. And this is actually, I realized this the other day, this is actually my Mulberry Jam colorway, which I have not dyed up in ages. But so if anybody's interested in this, just message me. But that's, I realized that the other day. I said, oh my gosh, that's Mulberry Jam. So that is my Lucinda sweater. I also just switched needles, which I forgot to mention. I literally did this last night. These are Hiya Sharps on size US 5. And I love Hiya Sharps. And I have found out that if something is like more at a tighter gauge, I like using my Hiya Sharps. Something's at a very loose gauge, like a shawl, using like size 4s with fingering weight yarn. I like to have wooden needles. So I just switched these from wooden to these, and I'm much happier with how that's going. It's kind of, I feel like sometimes I just kind of go back and forth, but that's what I found out recently, is that if it's a looser gauge, I need the wooden needles just for that extra little grip. I feel like it helps my wrist just a little bit better. And then, speaking of wooden needles, my last project that I'm working on is my Excuse Me shawl. It's living in this this sweet little bag that Antonella made for me. And I left my pattern out for my sweater. Okay, so the Excuse Me shawl is by Stephen West, and this is my very first Stephen West knit, and I'm really, really enjoying it. It's just a lot of fun. I really am liking his patterns too. They're very well written, and it's just kind of really neat to try different things and just play with color and just have fun. And I love Brioche. If you haven't picked that up yet, I love it. Which, fun fact, if you've been watching before, you'll know that we just, at the beginning of the year, we had a Battle of the Brioche knit along, and that was the first time I ever did anything Brioche. So it's not as difficult as it seems. So if you are, you know, wanting to learn it, I would definitely encourage you to give it a go, because I haven't been doing this for very long. So this is my Excuse Me shawl. This is where I was at last time. And once again, it's another little Sugar Tots charm. This is the little narwhal. He's so cute. And yeah, this is as far as I've got. So needle-wise, I just switched these needles yesterday because I got a new pair in the mail. These are the Lykke needles, which, if you watch Nordic Stitches, she just put out a video on how to pronounce the name of these, because a lot of people are calling them different things. So it's Nordic Stitches, it's Lily, and go check out her video. And she's got a podcast as well. And she's a knitwear designer. But yes, I watched that video. I was like, oh, I know how to say this now. So hopefully I said it right. But yep. So I have got the 2 colors going on right now. This is, I'll show you the cakes. It says Life is the Bubbles, which is my hand-dyed yarn, which I do have 2 skeins of this merino cashmere nylon in the shop currently. But this is my sturdy sack base. And then this is a one-of-a-kind color that I dyed forever ago, and I just kind of had it sitting in my stash. So that's what I'm using throughout, because I have a million of those. And actually I have 4, but I have enough to make a big shawl. So yeah, I love these needles. I really, really like them. They're very smooth. The cord's nice, the join's nice. I'm really, really happy with these. So if I like them a lot, I might consider maybe asking for like an interchangeable set for Christmas, because they're really nice. So that is my Excuse Me shawl. I'm going to be kind of striping in other colors and keep that black one mostly throughout the background. And so these are some of my other colors that are going in. I've got Cherry Blossom. These are all my hand-dyed yarns too. That's the really cool thing about this shawl is what I'm excited about. This is all my hand-dyed yarn. So Cherry Blossom. This is Happy Little Narwhal, which I've got, I think, 1 skein of this in the shop currently, but I've got a whole batch ready to put in once that one's sold. So there will be more of that coming. And then this is Aurora, and this is on my merino cashmere nylon base. And then I'm going to add Party Poodles, which is also on my merino cashmere nylon base. Oh, I love this. This is really good lighting right now, except for when I was showing you my sweater. I don't know what was up with that, but I feel like this is all coming out really true to color. So that's those. And then, you know, of course, at any moment I could probably change my mind and change what's going to go in it, but that's what I'm thinking. Let's see. Oh, and I'm using size 4s. The pattern is actually made for a DK weight shawl, or a DK weight yarn. And I wanted to use fingering, so I just went and did a size US 4 needle, because that's generally what you use for shawls with fingering weight yarn, I'm finding. So that's it for my works in progress this week. Let's see. Next, we're going to talk about the knit-alongs that we've got going on. We have the year-long knit-along, which is the hashtag Basket of Mittens knit-along. And you can find out more rules about that in the Ravelry group, which is the Woolen Homestead, and the groups tab on Ravelry. And but basically just knit mittens and you can count it. that's the gist of it. The other knit-along is coming up. It is in a couple of days. It's starts September 1st, and it is my favorite color is October Cal knit-along. So that is basically very loose. It is anything fall related that you want to knit, anything that you can say is fall. So like I said before, shawls, mittens, hats, sweaters, you know, fingerless mitts, anything. You know, even if you're just using something really, really woolly and it reminds you of fall, you know, that can be counted. I'm also allowing works in progress or whips. So if you want to enter those, you definitely can. You know, as long as it's completed within the actual, you know, like don't complete it today and enter it in, because there's first of all, there's nothing to enter in at the moment. There's no thread, but obviously you can't, you know, enter a project that you finished, you know, on August 30th. So let's see. Oh, what I think I'm going to be working on, I'm debating, because I feel like I've got, like you saw my works in progress. I do have another one that's a secret, but I can't tell you about it yet. But I will be posting about it on Instagram, because I can post it on Instagram. So I haven't posted about it yet. But so you can say it's a, we'll just say it's a gift knit. It's a gift knit, and I don't want it to be seen on here. So let's see. Where was I going with that? I totally lost my train of thought. Okay. We were talking about the knit-along, and oh, okay, what I want to cast on. So those are my projects, and then I have the secret knit, and then I have my 2 blankets, and I am like very content with that amount on my needles. I don't really like a lot, much more. I'm planning to do the West Knits mystery knit along that's coming up, the Speckle and Pop mystery knit along. So that would be another shawl, like a big shawl on my needles, and then casting, you know, something else on. You know, I just worry that maybe that would be a little bit too much, but I'll probably cast something on anyways. It's my knit along. I gotta cast on something new. So, but otherwise, if I don't decide to cast on anything new for the knit along, I will probably be including my Lucinda sweater as my fall knit. But if I do decide to cast something on, this is what I have planned. I already have it caked up and I have the needles with it and everything, so it's probably gonna get cast on. But this is Brooklyn Tweed Loft in the Wood Smoke colorway. So I'll take these out so you can see it. And this is a fingering weight yarn. It's woolen spun, so it's nice and airy. It's really nice. This would be my first time working with Brooklyn Tweed. I've never worked with it before, so I would really like to. I've had this caked up for a while because I wanted to cast this on, and what I want to cast on is a sock head hat. I remember watching Stacy of the Stress Knits podcast a while ago. It was maybe like a year ago, and she had said that she wanted to have like a collection of sock head hats out of Brooklyn Tweed Loft. I thought that was such a cool idea, so I kind of wanted to copy her for that. But yeah, so that's my plan with that. I'm probably gonna cast that on. Who am I kidding? I'm probably gonna cast it on. And then I thought this would be the cutest stitch marker, or progress keeper. I'm sorry, progress keeper to go with it. This is the little butterbeer from my Harry Potter sock club that a homespun house did, and this is a super miniature. And it was from the Weekends at Hogsmeade colorway. That's what this one came. This is from last summer. And I just thought it would be too cute for fall, so I'm going to cast it on. It's going to happen. I'm deciding. It's going to happen. So that is it. Oh, and the hashtag for the knit along is going to be hashtag my fave color is October Cal. So that's what you'll use. If you want to tag your stuff on Instagram, feel free. And yeah, I'm really excited. So let's talk prizes. I am going to be donating, a skein from the shop. So I won't pick one. Basically, I'll choose a winner and they can pick one from the shop at the time. And oh, and the knit along goes until October 31st, the end of October. And then we also got a prize that came in the mail. This is from Daisy Girl and Company. So she sent us this really sweet little like Halloween-y fall kit. So it's got this really cool project bag, which you've seen mine before, but I'm sure you've seen them on Instagram. But they have this little see-through area right here, so you can see your project, which I love. I love it. I use it for my granny stripe blanket project, and it's just fantastic. And then she also included this little maple leaf progress keeper. So, and then it's also got the little handle, which matches the inside, and I just think this is so cute. So this will be one of the prizes. So thank you, Sherry, for the donation. And yeah, you know, if you are a maker and you do want to donate to the knit along, please feel free to contact me if you would like to send, you know, any of your goods as a prize. And also, Miss Sherry, I almost called her Miss Daisy. Miss Sherry has a coupon code that you can use in her shop, and it starts immediately. So if you want to get a bag, you know, for the knit along, or I know she does a lot of seasonal things. So for Christmas coming up, she has a coupon code for viewers of the podcast, and it is Fave Color 15, and I'll put that down below as well. And that's for 15% off in her shop. So thank you, Sherry, for the coupon code. Go get yourself some really cute project bags. And yeah, so that is it for knit along news. And then next, we'll talk shop news. So let's see here. I'm not having an official update this week. Right now, I'm kind of just going with popping skeins in the shop as I have them ready, which is really working out for me right now. So I always post on Instagram when stuff is updated, so if you want to turn on post notifications so you don't miss them, feel free. It's the Woolen Homestead on Instagram. And oh, and my my shop is the Woolen Homestead on Etsy, so the woolenhomestead.etsy.com, and I will show you guys what is available at the moment and what's coming. So what's coming, because this isn't quite in the shop yet, but I've got more of Nymphadora Tongs, which is a heavily speckled version, which I kind of love. And you can, oh, I love this. I love that bit right there. I just think that's so cool. So this is Nymphadora Tongs, and this is currently in the shop. This is Nebula, which this one did not have a name last time, and I love it. So this is Nebula. There's little sheepy sheep. And it's kind of cool too. Oh, love it. I love pink, in case you haven't noticed. I love pink. I've got Party Poodles, and these are also all on my Sturdy Sock Base, which is a 75-25 Superwash Merino Nylon blend. So it's Party Poodles. I've got, and that is in the shop. Melisandre is in the shop currently. Love it. Once again, it's putting me in a fall mood. And this is in the shop. This is Aurora on my Merino Cashmere Nylon Base. Sorry if you can hear dogs whistling. They're up here with me. And I think they want to get out of the room, so I might have to let them out in a second. And then I have 2 skeins of Life is the Bubbles on my Merino Cashmere Nylon. But this is on my Sturdy Sock Base. And so this will be coming to the shop very, very soon. Because I'm actually out of Sturdy Sock right now. So this will be up very soon. So, this is a brand new colorway that I have coming to the shop very, very soon, within the next couple of days most likely. And this is Back to the Fuchsia. I love this name. Okay, so I dyed this yarn, and originally why I dyed this was I want it to go in my West Knits Mystery Knit Along, the Speckle and Pop shawl. And because I really, really love pink. Love hot pink. And I had dyed this up, and then I was sitting there, and while it was cooling down, I was sitting there with my husband, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to name this. I never know, you know. And then we were kind of, you know, mulling things over, and then we both were online, and I was searching around on Pinterest, and I think Ethan ended up on Pinterest too, and we were just kind of looking up things, and I decided, I was like, you know, I'm really in a punny mood. And so I started looking up puns, and I was just, you know, finding like really funny things, but it didn't really go with it. And then Ethan goes, what about Back to the Fuchsia? And I was like, yeah, like we high-fived. It was so funny. It was so funny. So, this is Back to the Fuchsia. And yeah, it was, apparently it was like, oh, it was a floral shop. It was called Back to the Fuchsia. We found a sign on Pinterest. I just thought that would crack me up. So that will be in very soon, and I can't wait to knit this up in my shawl. And I'm thinking that these are going to be my color choices for that. Because you need 3 main colors that kind of fade together. And I think that's what I'm going to do. But I don't know. I know for sure these 2. But I kind of also think that Life is the Bubbles would look really cool. That might have to happen. We'll see. We'll see. That doesn't start till September 29th, so I've got a little bit. So what else is in the shop? We've got 2 skeins of Life is the Bubbles on MCN. And we've got, oh, there is 1 skein from this dye lot of My Favorite Colors October. And then I've got a, I just put in the others that I dyed up too, and I feel like they are very close, so I felt like it was okay to put these in the same listing. So yeah, I personally think that they're close enough, but they're actually from 2 different dye lots. So whoever orders the My Favorite Colors October first, this one will be the one that goes out, since this is the last one of that dye lot. And then I've got a couple of skeins of Blueberry Crumb Cake, and this is on my Sturdy Sock Base. I've got some stuff. I've got County Fair Sunset, which is also on my sturdy sock base. Just have the purples and like some reds, like a blush color, purples and pinks. Which this was in my Find Your Fade. If you see that really big section of hot pink, that was this colorway. And let's see, I've got Half-Blood Prince. This is on merino cashmere nylon. Got one skein of Happy Little Narwhal. This is on my sturdy sock base. Oh, see, I also kind of think this would go kind of fun too. No, I think I like Life is the Bubbles better. We'll see. And then I've also got a couple of skeins of Dragon Scale left in the shop. So this is looking super cool right here. I really love this like turquoisey blue right there. And then it's like kind of like purpley blues and pinks and yellow and green. But yeah, that's Dragon Scale. Okay, so that is it for what's in the shop. And like I said, I think that's all I've got for you guys this week. Like I said, I think I'm going to do that mystery knit along, which I'm really excited. I've never done a mystery knit along before, so I just think that would be really fun. But it is a really big shawl, which isn't surprising because he always knits really big shawls, but I just think it'd be really cool. So I think I'm going to give it a try. But yeah, so come on over, join the Ravelry group. Show me what you guys are going to be working on for the fall knit along, and feel free to tag me on Instagram too. I'd love to see it there. Use the hashtag. And yeah, if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you'd like, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye!